What it is, my sexy female watchers and fellow male pimps, maybe some simps on board. Today we're going to learn some things in the Mac Life podcast, episode number 8. Today we are going to be going over, you guessed it, more OnlyFans content. And we have a prepared list of topics as per usual that we're going to be covering. Now, the majority of people that ask me questions, and I would say this is females that ask me these questions. Most of the males that ask me this question, they say, well, how can I pimp women, da-da-da-da. And then I get a few fucking retards that are like, well, who's going to buy pictures of my feet? Who's going to buy pictures of my dick? No one. No one is going to do that. Especially with that physique and that form. No one is going to be buying those pictures, okay? Pimp sexually attractive women out. It is by far the easiest business model to run in today's age, okay? By far the easiest. I go over the explanation of why this is the easiest model. I shouldn't even need to sell it to you based on the fact that you should know that content is free to make. You can charge a premium for it. There is no competition. And if you're going to argue this, just stick around till the end of, this podcast, because we're going to hammer this point again, as usual. Okay? You have no competition. People like amateur content. It's the number one most searched pornographic category out there. Amateur. So you do not need professional equipment. You do not need a professional setup. And you only need a very small percentage of the market to become a millionaire. I'm going to explain more on that. Very, very important. And it's a never dying industry. The sexual industry will never die, or at least in our age while you're watching this video. You might be watching this in 2099, and unless I'm here with my robotic fucking self, okay, my robotic lungs, my robotic heart, and by that stage, you know, sex may be obsolete then. But if you're in any time before 2099 watching this video, then you're in the right industry. Okay, so to look at how to make money, if you're a lady watching this, okay, we're going to look at where most girls go wrong. And the majority of girls in message, they say, oh, I'm not getting enough subscribers, I have this, that, da-da-da-da-da. And when I have a chat with these fine ladies, I say, how many subscribers do you have? And a lot of them actually have quite a substantial amount of subscribers. And wait up, because you might be thinking, well, I don't have many subscribers. If you have over 50 subscribers, you should at minimum, okay, be making $3,000 to $4,000 profit a week. Over 50 subscribers is $3,000 to $4,000 profit a week. And if you're not making that, it has nothing to do with the amount of subscribers you have. It has everything to do with underselling yourself and not providing value, okay? You need to take some accountability measures, and you need to look and you need to understand that you do not understand business and you do not understand pricing. Now, if this has hammered you already and you're like, fuck this guy, shut up and listen if you want to make some money, okay? I'm going to show you how to do it based on mistakes that I have made myself in the past. Now, if you don't know my story, okay, I come from an e-commerce background. I ran highly successful businesses within the e-com space. I ran women's fashion lines. I ran a custom watch brand. I ran a custom luxury fashion streetwear brand. We still run a very well-known makeup brand and nail brand, okay? We still run little things within e-commerce. And me and Adam obviously successfully scaled a pet bed store to do $1.265 million in revenue within the space of 4 months of trading, okay? Now, if you want the credit for that, I cannot take the credit for that business, because the majority of work, even though I helped along the way, I would still highly credit it to the very smart individual and incredible business partner at the time, Adam, okay? Now, what did I learn from these businesses? And here's the crazy thing that I want to tell you though. Whilst we successfully scaled that pet bed store very high, the percentage of money that my smaller businesses in terms of top line revenue made actually made more in terms of profit each year, okay? Because the profit margins were so high, 70 to 80% of $200,000 a year businesses. Now, how can you turn over 70 to 80%? Well, that is all about how to use free marketing and stuff like that. And it kind of applies to OnlyFans, but it really comes down to pricing. Let me tell you a story of where I went wrong when I started my career. When I started selling items on Facebook Marketplace and making a shit ton of money, I used the dropshipping method, and I used to sell lip gloss. Was, I believe, the very first product that I ever sold on Marketplace was a lip gloss. And I sold them for $3.50 And I made around $1.70 profit after shipping. Not only did I make errors by not being able to factor in the fact that people want shit quicker and use e-packet, it used to take 60 days for that single lip gloss to arrive. People were fucking furious, as they should be, and I made $1.70 profit per sale. What I didn't factor in was my time each day is still only 24 hours each day. Now, why did I sell those lip glosses? Well, first of all, I wasn't comfortable with selling things worth more money because I had these weird justifications in my head that people wouldn't pay that much for things. People wouldn't pay that much on Marketplace. People wouldn't. Again, stupid narrative going on in my own damn head telling me why I couldn't when I'd never even tried, okay? And that comes from insecurity, and it comes from stupid fucking people that we've grown around that have told us and imprinted these ideas in our head that don't make large amounts of money themselves. I need to keep this active in the background. I keep that there so you can constantly see it and hopefully you hit the subscribe button. Now, what I upgraded to from selling lip gloss after a while was I found a 5-pack of lip gloss, and they were rip-off looking lip glosses that looked like Coke, Pepsi, Fanta, but they were all spelt differently, and if you may have bought them, they were called like Soda Pop lipstick or something. Then there was the 5-pack, and when I posted that up, okay, I got bombarded with messages of ladies wanting it, and I was selling it for around $25 and it cost $10, and I started making $15 a pop, which is a 10x increase per sale, but I was selling just as much. And something in my head ticked and I thought, well, why are ladies, willing to pay 10x more for these 5 things, but the price is more? I just don't understand. I couldn't make the connection in my head of how I was making more money until I really looked at the value, okay? The perceived value that these ladies were getting for paying $25 was they were getting 5x the amount of lipstick, okay? And it was a collection. This is a concept called bundling, which I talk about a lot, but we're not going to look into that today. But what I realized is I essentially sold something for more, provided more value, and had just as many customers and made a shit ton more money. Now, I thought to myself, and it didn't take long after selling this bundle of lipstick that I thought, fuck, what else could I sell for more money? And that's when I started selling ladies' handbags. Now, I found this very cheap looking, almost Gucci looking handbag. I obviously did the review check and I ordered the product in myself, and the reviews were phenomenal, and it was quite a good bag. It was made out of like a PU sort of leather. It was cheaper, but for the price, okay, the bag actually cost around $2.70 for this little mini carry bag. And I thought, how much are ladies going to be willing to pay for this? And I put it up for $49. And I was just waiting to get slaughtered. And I got pumped with orders through Marketplace. Absolutely pumped with orders. And you can imagine, right? The bag cost $2. E-packet shipping was a further $3 maybe. And I was selling it for $49, so I was making $44 profit a sale. And this is how crazy it is and where I realized real money can be made. When I first started listing that product, I was making 10 sales a day. Now, 10 sales a day doesn't sound like much, but at $44, I was making 10 sales before on lip gloss, but I was making $1.50 profit, so I was making just over $10 a day. But I was still doing the same with these handbags now, okay, but at $44 profit a day, I went from making $10 a day to $440 a day. From 10 to 440 by just changing the product that I'm selling. And when you drop ship, you don't need to buy inventory, so you can sell whatever you want, okay? And then I started adding more, and I started adding more, and I started adding more. Many times throughout my career in this space, I made the error of going back to cheaper by going, more people are going to buy if I sell this cheaper. More people are going to buy. It is the stupidest decision. And you're going to see how all of this relates to OnlyFans in a second. After selling handbags, okay, I moved up to I moved to sneakers and shoes, women's shoes, and I started selling them for around $99 a pop, okay, and they cost me $20 to buy. Now my margins have gone up, and that's including shipping, okay, to $79. What was happening though is I was only maybe selling 8, not 10, or maybe some days 7, And I looked and I said, well, I'm starting to get less and less orders. And this is where I made the error of flipping back. Instead of looking and saying, which one's making me more profit? Sure, 10 handbags might make me 440 profit. But if I was selling 7 or 8 pairs of sneakers, okay, and making $70 profit on each, I was still coming out with more profit. And I had less operational costs. I had less chance of refunds because the more money the product costs, the higher quality it's going to be. I had less customer emails to handle. And what I was actually teaching myself without knowing is that pricing is king. Pricing is king. I then moved on to handbag sets. So in a set, you would get the little mini bag, you would get a carry bag, you would get a handbag, you would get a clutch, you would get a tote bag, you would get it was a 6-piece or 7-piece bag set, and they looked super luxury. And yet, for all those bags with shipping, only costed $50. And this is where I started making real money. I thought, what if I put that to $400 because they're getting 7 bags, okay? I put it to $400, okay? And what happened was I still started making orders like crazy. I started making 3 to 4 orders a day. And when I look at it, it's $350 profit, okay? Times 3, times 4. It was putting me up to $1,200 profit a day. And I only had to do 4 sales a day, selling bag sets. Now, how does this apply to your OnlyFans content? 99% of the women that I speak with, they have a few subscribers and they say, yeah, well, Charisse is selling her photos for $20, so I sell mine for $15. Why are you competing with Charisse? You're you. You are an individual. No one has your body, ever. Even an identical twin has little differences and nuances, okay? People only pay for 2 things on OnlyFans. They pay to reach climax and they pay for a connection. That is it. If you provide that, you provide value and you should charge a premium. Because when you understand pricing, okay, if you say that's too much to charge, it just means you're not bringing enough value. 100% cotton robe at Kmart or Walmart, wherever you're from watching this, is around $12. A Versace robe is still just 100% cotton. You can't have more than 100% cotton. There's 100% Kmart robe cotton, 100% Versace. But yet I still pay $800 for my Versace robes because they have the word Versace on them. Because innately, I put some intrinsic value on that. And when it arrives in a sexy box and I get to unwrap it and I have the feeling of luxury when I put it on, okay, I feel the value. I decide what the value is, and Versace provides my expectations. So I'm happy to pay, instead of $12, $800. Look at the markup difference there. And sure, they can offer a better experience because they have more money, more margin. And again, that translates over all businesses. So ladies, if you're listening to this and you're not making as much money as you would like from OnlyFans, you're not charging enough. How much do I charge for content? I either charge a strict price of $50 a photo, no matter what the photo is, or $100 a photo. $50 a photo, usually when beginning, so that I can warm up a few people and start to get cash flow for the ladies' accounts, okay? And then the ladies' accounts, we reinvest, which I'm going to talk about later on, and build up using SMS, email, and all these other things, okay? And start to build a bit of traction, and then switch to charging $100 a photo. Now, let's look at why this works. You might say I'm wrong to do that, to charge $100 a photo, and conventionally, you're probably correct 90% of the time. But let's look and see. Even if you're right 90% of the time, compared to my 10% being right, I still make more money than you. And I do 10x less work or 9x less work. Why? If you charge $10 a photo, and you're right 90% of the time and dudes are happy to pay, that means you'll have 9 dudes pay $10. But on the 9th time of me telling dudes to pay $100 and they say, no, I'm not willing to pay that, I'm not willing to pay that, I'm not willing to pay that, that one time that I am right, I make $100 to your 90. I still made more money than you. But what you'll find is this scale isn't like this at all. It's more like you're right 30% of the time, okay? For your 3 photos that you sell at $10, on the 3rd attempt, I will get a dude to buy at $100. I'm now 70 profit, and that scale is going to hold over time. For every 30 you make, I make 70. Which trade-off do you want? Plus, you get to deal with more higher value men. The conversations you have with aren't with as needy people. They're with people who have and will understand more value, which is what they're paying for. And as long as you can provide value and reciprocity on your half and fulfill your half of the bargain, you are going to have a so much better life. You're going to have so much better business, because that's what OnlyFans is, a business, okay? And you're going to make a fuck ton more money. Super, super understandable. Super, super important to understand. You need to understand this. If you want to make more money, you need to charge more. Again, let me translate this into a story. Where did I go wrong even in my last business that I ran, which generated at points $20,000 US profit a week, some weeks 30,000 profit a week, and you're thinking like, how is that even possible? Okay. We had a software developed with a team, okay, and we charged for basically an SaaS business, okay, software as a service. And in some cases, software as a service, plus you received a service from my team for an extended period of time. Now, as this cost me basically nothing to develop after the essential costs for the software, it's completely profit, okay, besides what I'd spend on ads. Now, I was successfully selling this package at around $8,990 US, successfully, and making a shit ton of money. And then I thought, if these people are happy, how can I add even more value and charge even more money? And I did that. And then I started selling it at $12,990. And I had, again, happy customers. Then I thought, how can I do that again? And I went all the way up to selling this package for $19,990. So $20,000 US, which is around 27,000 Australian, a pop. Again, happy customers. But then something in my head, some deep-rooted fucking thing from my childhood that even I struggle to push out, even I struggle to get rid of, told me, I can get more customers on and make more people happy if I do it as a subscription model instead at $150 a week. They'll see the value and they'll all come on and then I'll make way more. No. Do you know what happened? Because these people were paying $150, essentially I didn't have the margins to provide the same experience that I can initially with the people that paid $20,000. I couldn't send them a welcome gift basket. I couldn't, have the team there 24/7 for them. I couldn't do these extra things. So I essentially stripped value. And what I got was a fuck ton of chargebacks, a fuck ton of unhappy customers, even though what they were getting was better. They just had to put in patience and time and wait, which they were not happy to do. And again, it was a stupid judgment on my behalf. I increased my operational costs significantly. The chargebacks affected my gateway. My customer service team had to work more because now we had 10x the amount of customers, which is more overhead costs, more stress, more unhappy people, more poor word of mouth. Why did I do that? And ask yourself, why are you selling your fucking photos of your body or your vagina in some cases for $10? Do you really value a photo of yourself that much? $10? The maximum you could charge on OnlyFans is $100 a photo. If I could charge $500, I would. I would charge $500 a video. Why? Because we don't need to cater to the many. You need to cater to the few who are willing to pay for value and get a valuable experience. This is super, super important to understand. It's so fucking hard to hammer in. It's even hard for me to hammer in. I've made this problem in my last business too. And that is why when switching over to this model, this OnlyFans model, and I applied my understanding of high pricing, okay, it's just been wildly successful. And there's a saying that it's learnt once, okay, but thrice remembered or thrice reminded. You learn something once, but generally you need to be reminded of it 3 times. So this is why I'm going to hammer it every single fucking video that I add of this OnlyFans for you guys and girls, okay? Because if you want to make more money, stick to charging a premium. And it's hard because some days you'll look through your list of messages and you'll go, fuck, no one's bought today. Out of all the dudes, I've got no active conversations. No one's bought, and you're thinking, fuck, maybe I should charge less. And in that moment, you've lost. The moment you say, I'll message them and I'll sell them a photo for $10, not only have you devalued yourself, because before they've paid $100, now they've paid $10, you've essentially killed off those people for future business, and you've just made a fucking rookie error overall. Because the dudes who pay $100 compared to 10, they only need to order once every 10 days to be the same as the other dudes. It's our own insecurities that feed into us. So here's some practical advice. Charge $50 or $100 for your photos and stick with that. 50, once you have a bit of cash flow moving up, you get a few more subscribers, charge $100. On the days where you have no orders coming in, use that time instead of feeling insecure and changing your pricing model, which pricing should never be changed, okay? Go through and use that time to find ways to get more subscribers. You do that and you'll be infinitely wealthy on OnlyFans, I can guarantee you. Now, if you're a dude watching this, make sure you apply this model to all your chicks' accounts, okay? Make sure you apply this to all your chicks' accounts. And what will happen is, as you build out and you get a bigger roster of ladies working for you, these offset days, these days where, you know, there's less sales coming in, they will be offset because of the variability of girls' accounts. You'll say, oh, well, Tiff's account made 100 today. That's okay, yeah, but Emily's account made 600 today. Tina's account made 0, but fucking, you know, Georgie's account fucking maxed out today and made me, you know, 2,500. So what will happen is you'll just start to understand that things work in a flow. And the way life works is in a flow, momentum and a constant movement, okay? So you have to understand that there's ups and downs and ups and downs, but you can, just like with EFTs, okay, ETFs, you can basically minimize your risk by having more, okay, and then sticking with the plan long term. You don't just instantly change the stocks you invest in. And this is where people go wrong again in investing in crypto. They'll buy in at 1,500, it'll go to 1,700, they'll see it start to dip to 1,600 and they'll sell out in a fucking panic. All my loser friends that I used to be friends with, they all do this, okay? All the people that I used to fucking hang out with when I was a kid, they all do this shit. And they also, well, like, I need to sell out, the dip's coming. But then when I look at all the people that I associate with now, all the wealthy people, just understand that there's ups and downs, okay? When it's at its high, okay, use that to be buying more and just use that to pay for shit that you want to buy. And then as it starts to dip, dollar cost average and be putting in money each week, okay? The difference in mindset is what's going to make you wealthy with any business. But OnlyFans is by far the most lucrative and the easiest to build, the most sustainable long term. That's why I'm making these podcasts. This is where my time is 100% dedicated, and yours should be too, if you want the easiest or the path of least resistance to making a fuck ton of money. Okay? Now, each of these days, I've just been sitting here rambling in front of my computer. And the reason is I'm fucking locked down at the moment. I am locked up. This guy has not been vaccinated yet, whether you agree with that fucking status or whatever, okay? I'm holding off because of a family history of things, okay? Until a safe vaccination is available. I don't want to talk too much about this shit on YouTube because it can fucking affect your ratings and stuff. Basically, I'm waiting until next month when a protein-based variant comes out, okay? It's a little bit safer, and then I'll take that risk. I'm not a fan of it overall for a fucking cold anyway, but here I am locked up in my house. I've been here for months. I've been using this time to learn skills, stack absolute bags of money, and trust me, when next year happens, this podcast that you're watching now will not be here in front of the gorgeous, majestic M in the Max station. It will be overseas in Thailand. It'll be Vietnam. It'll be Russia. It'll be Dubai. It will be worldwide, okay? And I'll be bringing people on for it as well. But I still enjoy these solo rants because I can get out the thoughts that are on the top of my mind that have been helping me and can help you. I mean, the feedback I've been getting is fucking incredible, seeing people succeed so damn fast. Now, the next topic, I got carried away, okay, is your highest ticket thing to sell. And this is, again, pricing, where ladies have been going wrong. I just watched a video a moment ago of some girl, she's got 1 million followers, and she's like, yeah, I'm making this much a month. And I guarantee, okay, she's done fantastic on the branding side of things to get 1 million YouTube followers. She's obviously far more educated than myself in that regard. However, I guarantee if I come on and I managed her OnlyFans, I would 5 to 10x the amount of money she makes. Why? Because she basically, in her videos, explained how she was charging next to nothing for her content, that she's working nonstop and it's about how hard you work. And again, this is never true in business. Hard work is an element, but intelligent, strategic work is far more important. And she's selling used panties for $50 a pop. $50. Let's say she bought cheap ass fucking panties, $10. That's a sale right now, $150. Beautiful. Let's say she just bought cheap ass panties for $10, okay? And then she bought shipping, which is $10 to send to this customer, and she's selling them for $50. Okay, OnlyFans takes their 20%, which is $10 of the $50. That is correct. Don't try and question my math. She's left with $40. Take $20 in operational costs. She's left with $20. Plus, she's got to factor in her time wearing those fucking things, so she can only sell them to one person a day, or maybe she does more. I don't know. I'm not. She might be famoosing people. I don't know. But she's selling them at $20. 20 profit for herself. Fuck, I've got orders pumping in right now. Boom, another one. I just made $600 in this time while talking. Okay. Then, let me fucking say what I'm saying. Orders, stop pumping in. She's making $20 profit and she's got to factor in all her time and then time to the post office as well and all this other shit for $20. Ladies, sell used panties at $1,500. If she's making 20 profit and you're going to make, 1,400 profit or 1,300 profit a sale, how often do you have to be right? She's like, yeah, but I've sold 20 pairs. Congratulations, you made $400 and you wasted a fuck ton of time, 20 trips to the post office. You only have to be right once. She could be right 20 times to your one, but in your one, you significantly make a fuck ton more money than her. You work a fuck ton less and you're going to provide more value. A dude who pays that much for those panties, you're going to sit there and you're going to snip them every fucking day for the rest of his life. Okay? And that, you've provided a better climax and a deeper connection. Again, the two parts to being successful in this business. Now, the last things that I want to talk to you about in today's podcast, okay, are IG Reels. I got the magpies sitting out there waiting to be fed. They're all just fucking chilling on my giant deck. Now, the last things I want to talk to you about, ladies, for pushing content, use Instagram Reels. Do not post as a feed post. I have been experimenting in the past few days, okay, and Reels are getting 10x the amount of traction to one. 10x. If you want to enhance that a little bit more, okay, put this. Best comment about me or guess my age or something like this. Best thing wins $50. Now, you don't have to give $50 for that post, okay? I put that on all my posts. However, if you check my terms and conditions, it's another sale, $150. And another one, $150. So I just made $900. Okay? What you do is you say it's $50 for the best comment, but when they check your website terms and conditions, it's $50 a month to the best out of all of them, okay? It's a fucking fugazi. It's a beautiful tactic that works. You still are giving out $50 for nothing, so people can't fucking complain for their time commenting, and it's going to boost your engagement 10x. Use that tactic and post all your Instagram shit as Reels. Now, another bonus is every single Reel you post, because they're in that same vertical stance, okay? You can use the app InShot for this. It's fantastic. It's free. Also post that on TikTok. Get out there and shake your fucking rump. Post it as a Instagram Reel and post it as a TikTok. And if you're a dude, get your women to do this and get them doing it daily. It's important. You're going to fucking 10x. If you 10x the amount of attention you get, you 10x the amount of click-throughs you get, just look at how a sales funnel works. You're going to 10x your revenue, okay? If I get 100 people on my fucking top of my funnel and that equals one sale, if I 10x that amount and I get 1,000 people, it's going to equal 10 sales. It still follows. It's just fucking logic, okay? Now, finally, reinvest. Oh, fuck. Another 300 just come through. And I'm not kidding. I'll put up a screenshot after this shit. That's like fucking 1,200 I've just made now. Because they come through as double orders, because each person goes 150 and then the sign up again is 150 for the second. So I'm getting 300 per person coming through on reoccurring. That's another reason OnlyFans is fantastic. It's a reoccurring subscription model. The final thing I want to add is reinvesting. Reinvesting is very, very important. What do I recommend reinvesting into is your business and investing in general until you're turning over $1 million. Take a risk. Don't buy a fucking house. Don't get a house deposit down. Don't invest into fucking stocks. Don't invest in index funds. Don't invest in crypto. Sure, you can start to put little amounts everywhere, but till you're turning over $1 million, invest in your business and this is the best business in the world. You're a personal brand. Until the day you die, you're not going away. So the more money you invest into you and building an audience and getting attention, it's going to pay dividends for the rest of your life. Let me give you one little example. Let's get fucking serious to finish this podcast off of how easy it is to make money. And if you've stuck around this long, this is the golden nugget of the podcast, okay? So before I give you this golden nugget, give me something. Hit the subscribe. Hit that subscribe button down below. This is the golden nugget. How do you reinvest? What should be your plan? If you're already making enough money from what you're doing outside of your business to survive, and this is what I recommend for all people launching a business, is have an income that allows you to survive before your business because it allows you to reinvest everything into your business. Give yourself 2 years. Say to yourself, from this day, I am going to invest everything, and I'm about to tell you how to do it. I'm going to invest everything back into the business for 2 years, and after those 2 years, I'm going to be living off my business for the rest of my life. I'm never going to have to work for anyone else, and I'm going to be a millionaire. And I'm going to tell you exactly how to do that right now. With this OnlyFans business, the amount of money you should be able to generate, in 2 years' time, you should have an audience that allows you to make $1 million a year consistently with no marketing costs. Now, if you think I'm lying, I've used this strategy successfully in e-commerce, okay? It has been done by myself through e-commerce, and this business is 10x easier. How do you reinvest into yourself? Pick a social media platform to master, whether that's Instagram, whether that's YouTube, whether that's TikTok, whether that's Twitter, whatever it is, or more importantly, an email/SMS list on your personal website. Reinvest every single dollar back into running ads that captivate attention. Now, I'm not going to tell you how to do the ads, but you don't need to sell anything on these ads. You just need to get people's emails, or you need to get them to follow with you on social media and engage with you via message, or you need their SMS number, or get them to join a private Facebook group. All you need is for them to become part of your community. For 2 years, okay, you're not going to sell them anything, these people that have joined in, because you have paid to acquire them. These people don't need to be sold anything. Sure, some might pay and join your OnlyFans and all this other shit and make you money, but you don't need to actively push to sell these people anything. Just provide them value. If you do this and you reinvest every single dollar over 2 years, you will have a follow account that is worth at least $1 million. I guarantee you. And let me give you the easiest example to get there. You will grow a follower base between all your socials of 1 million people. Trust me when I say that. You will grow a follower base of 1 million people. You only need 1% of that audience each year to convert on a package worth $1,000. Or 10% on a package worth $100. Super fucking easy if you've given them free value for 2 years. These people will convert. That right there is $1 million. Back to you, completely in profit, no fucking expenses, every single year, for the rest of your life, and you have that audience there for the rest of your life. Plus, the best part about social media is as you build traction and you build momentum and you get momentum and inertia on your side, it's a law of physics, it pushes you forward. And momentum makes your CPC and your CPAs cheaper, it brings you more profit, and it just catapults the rest of your life, and now you can live like I live. And of course, I'm not even living the way that I want to be yet. There are more things that I want. I'm always going to want more things. But I'm never going to have to work for anyone again. I sit back, I talk shit like this on a YouTube podcast, I make a fuck ton of money from different sources, I pimp out women on the internet, I have beautiful family relationships, beautiful relationships with every single friend and girlfriend in my life. I fucking love my life. And momentum is just going to continue to push me forward. It's like I had to struggle. Let me give you the analogy. Paddleboarding out there, I'm fucking pumping so fucking hard, I'm getting hit by waves, fucking smash me back, oh fuck, it's hard, oh fuck, tears, fucking emotion, oh fuck, the ups, the downs, oh fuck, someone died, oh fuck, my life shit, oh fuck, this is hard, I got fired. But then, finally, I'm on that wave. And guess what, baby? Guess what? This is a never-ending wave. It's just picking up fucking speed. I'm cruising through town. I'm killing people. I'm on top of the wave, okay? I've got the paddleboard. It's smashing people. It's fucking hitting them in the head on the way. I'm taking people out. And I'm just sitting on top, cruising, enjoying the wave. It's picking up more speed. It's getting bigger. The wave is never ending. I'm drinking pina coladas on the wave. And I want you. I want you to be on the wave with me, either on my paddleboard and we're fucking laughing as we're cheering, or you're on your own beside me. And it doesn't even have to be in this path, but I want to see you crushing it. And that's why I'm making this shit. I want to see you fucking win. I want to see you on the wave with me. Now, hopefully, today I've taught you something. I've done my purpose and educated you. Or if I haven't educated you, I've done one of my other things. I only aim to do a few things with the content that I put out in life. Education, inspiration, motivation, or even if you just think I'm a fucking idiot, but I gave you a laugh, okay? And you're like, he did make me laugh though. I've entertained you. Even if you hate me and I've sucked up a bit of attention, at least I've entertained you and I've done what I have set out to do and I've brought you value. If that's taken place, which is all of you, hit that subscribe button. I'll see you all for tomorrow's podcast. Baka.